Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Rockin' Reaction Rollers. It's Thursday night. We're doing your guys' request, and this is the second and the final song for the evening. But before we get started with that, I wanted to just say a couple things. Many of you checked out the moon tonight. I didn't know anything about it till my son come home earlier, and he told me it was the buck moon. And so I just thought I'd throw this in out here tonight before we got started with the second song. It says, what is the buck moon? It's a full moon occurring in July, and it will reach its peak illumination on July 10th, which is today, at 4:36 Eastern Time. It's named the buck moon because it coincides with the time of the year when male deer or bucks are growing their new antlers. And this year, the buck moon will be particularly dramatic due to a rare major lunar standstill, which is a rare event where the moon's orbit shifts, making it appear lower on the horizon. And when my son got home, he was like, do you see the moon tonight? And we were out here looking. I'm like, no. And he was explaining all that to me. And then we decided to shoot off a few more fireworks we had left over, and all of a sudden the moon started coming up. But yeah, it's really low tonight, and it was kind of cool. So I thought I'd throw that in case you thought the moon was, or you were losing your mind or something. If the moon seemed a little different, it was a little different today. So we're just going to get on to the second song. This request is going to be for Oli19. And they want to go back to 1991, and they want to hear the group called The Levelers, and they want to hear the song I Have One Way. And so we're just going to get right to it.
There's only one way of life, and that's your own, your own, your own. My father when I was younger took me up onto the hill that looks down on the city smoke and above the factory spill. He said, now this is where I come when I want to be free. But it never was in his lifetime, and these words stuck in me. Hey! And so I ran from all this. I found that high so I looked down onto my life. Above the factory spill, I looked down into my life. As a family disgrace, and all my friends are starting life. Their wages at the chase. Yes, and all my friends and all their jobs and all their bloody waste. There's only one way of life, and that's your own, your own, your own. There's only one way of life, and that's your own, that's your own, that's your own. Well, I grew up learning love and life, circle days on the underpass.
Oh, I'm going to have to stop this song, and I probably did it a little bit too late. But anyway, great little tune here, Oli. It kind of reminds me of U2 mixed with something else. I'm not sure what the other band is, but somebody that I really like. But I'm really digging it. I really am. And I've never heard this song before, but we're doing the 1991 I Have One Way by The Levelers. And this is for YouTuber Oli.
The noise we thought would never stop died a death as the punk grew up. We choked on all our dreams, we wrestled with our fears. We're running through the heartless concrete streets, chasing our ideas. Run! And all the problems of the world
Wow. Yeah, I really liked that one. And it wasn't U2. It doesn't sound like U2. I don't know who the band is. It sounds like in a couple spots in the song. But I really liked it. So thank you for this request, Oli. We're going to talk a little bit about the Levelers. They're an English folk rock and anarcho-punk band formed in Brighton, East Sussex in 1988, consisting of Mark Chadwick, Jeremy Cunningham, Charlie Heather, John Savink, Simon Friend, Matt Savage, and Dan Donnelly. Taking their name from the Levelers' political movement, the band released their first EP in 1989 and LP in 1990, with international success following upon signing to China Records and the release of their second album, Leveling the Land. Okay, the band was among the most popular indie bands in Britain in the early 1990s and performed at the Glastonbury Festival, first in 1992, then in 1994, where they performed as the headline act on the Pyramid stage to a record crowd of 300,000 people. They continue to record and tour, still playing and touring as of 2022. That's the last that I read about them. Okay, and this song came off of the 1991 album Leveling the Land. It became a live favorite and was released as a single in 1999. So 8 years later, they released it as a single. So wow, I really like that. I have to say it again. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. And so I'm going to try to get caught up on some comments and some stuff I've been behind on, but if you really want to know what's going on with me, you can watch the last video and it'll tell you why some things have just been a little slowed down for me lately, but I don't feel like saying it all again. So anyway, we're going to go for the evening, so be sure to subscribe to the channel if you like it. Be sure to hit like underneath it, and peace out.